Oh shit, I'm all tangled up. Are you fucking kidding? Only I could do this, right? Get my jacket tangled up in my ring, right? Of course. So, today is November 18th, 2023. Thanksgiving is coming up soon, which, whatever. I'm not a, like, I don't know. Holidays were never, I don't know. It's always forced, right? So, anyway, it doesn't matter. But this is why I'm on, because I'm pissed. So, I don't know. Always pissed. I'm tired of being mad. I'm just kind of tired of people's dumb shit. Like, I have this renter who I just and I might have said this already. I don't know if I'm being repetitive. If I am, I will apologize, kind of, because whatever. But anyway, he told me the other day. He's like, "Well, you should apply at this place where I work, because I'm not going to be working there anymore." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Okay, cool. I will apply at this place where you work, because you're not going to be working there anymore." Blah blah blah. Right? And so I applied there. And he's like, and so I told him, I'm like, so I texted him. I'm like, I applied. And he's like, well, good luck to ya. And I'm like, well, I'm like, well, I hope so, because if it doesn't work out, I'll be going back to California. So good luck to you. And I gave him his words back. Good luck to y'all, right? And he was offended by that. And it's like, explain to me why the words you said those words to me when I told you something, and I said those words back to you in a conversation, saying, "Well, if I have to move, good luck to you. Good luck to you." You know what I mean? And so it was like coming from me saying it back to you. It was like, "Oh my god, you are Lila." So anyway, he comes out and he's talking to me and stuff, and I'm like, "Whatever. I'm going to raise the rent," because I don't. Something about him rubs me wrong anyway. Like, I feel like he's, well, first off, he's only. I don't want to bring his age into it, because that's not really fair. Because there's a lot of men that are his age, and then there's boys that are his age, and I see him as being a boy, not a man at all. Like, I'm weeding the yards, and I'm pulling brush out, and stacking big piles of brush that I'm pulling from the side of the house that he said he was gonna help care for when he moved in, which he has not fucking touched, right? And so I've got them all in piles in the driveway. And he's like, "Well, if you need help, ask me." Do I have to put you in my back pocket? Because fucking, what do you mean? Do you see the piles of brush? Do you think that those could be moved, right? I mean, I'm not asking for him to clean up my dog's poop or anything like that. But when he moved in, there was a certain area of his yard that is decent area of yard that we discussed, and I said I would really like somebody that would care for this and clean this and do that. He's like, "Oh, okay, I'll do that." And then he took my broom to do that and didn't fucking touch it, right? Didn't touch it. Like, one time he was like, "Oh, you cleaned this part and I cleaned that part." And I'm like, "No, you fucking haven't cleaned shit that I can see." It's like he helped me load my shed into the truck, but it's something that, like, we had to do He couldn't just do it on his own, right? And, like, I don't have a problem doing things, but if you can't step up and see, like, you did not see that that brush needed to be moved, you did not see that that needed to be swept, you did not, I mean, those are your areas of living, and if you don't see that, it made me mad. So I got pissed, and I told him, I'm just like, you said you were going to do these things, that you're not doing them, the rent's going up. So we decided on a certain amount of rent. Well, as soon as we did that, as soon as the rent went up, he's like, "Oh, by the way," and I'm gonna show the pictures. He's like, "Oh, the sink is clogged and it's leaking everywhere, and it's like it was full of fucking grease, grease, clean white grease." Which tells me it hadn't have been there long. It couldn't have been. It was clean white grease. There was also a piece missing off of the plumbing. Plus, there's, and I know that I can be paranoid. But as soon as I raised the rent, right, and said, "You can't live here for a minimal $850 a month anymore," which includes utilities and everything. It's like $850 a month across the board, right? That's cable, that's all of those things, which is good. I mean, granted, it's living with me and my dogs, and there's things, but you have your space below where he's got the laundry, he's got a shower, he's got a kitchen, he's got a living room, he's got a bedroom, he's got a back patio that is now clean thanks to me because I fucking cleaned it off for him, right? So he's got this space, which is a really nice living space. And I think that he is so entitled that he thinks that he deserves that and more, even though he comes in being like, "Oh, I'm so grateful." No, 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 no. Gratitude is a word. You can say it and you can show it. Saying it doesn't fucking mean shit to me. Nothing, zero, zilch. Talk is fucking cheap. You say all you want, but unless you show me that you fucking care, I'm not gonna believe what you say to me, right? And he's not. He showed me one time, and the only reason I think that he helped me when it came to cleaning out the shed was because his precious car was parked in the carport. And I made him park it in the driveway while I was cleaning out the shed. Well, I back in, I see his car. I know how I back it in. I'm like, he's all afraid. I think he's afraid I'm going to hit. It doesn't fucking matter. The only reason he helped me was so he could put his car back in the carport, which, again, my house. I'm parked out in the rain and he's fucking in the carport, right? It's like, I, which is fine. I don't want to be like, oh, poor, because whatever. I park out in the rain intentionally because with the dogs and listening to music and things, I'd rather have it out there than in the carport because of the way the dogs get in and out of the car. But maybe I'd rather have it in the car. Did I say out of whatever? I park in the driveway. I've done it since I moved here. I've gotten used to it. That said, I'm thinking that I should take my carport back because even now I've upped his rent to $9.50 a month. Okay, and so then when I do that, and I'm like, but he just got a new job where he's making more money and he's getting more hours, and so I didn't want to be like, and I'm struggling. I'm fucking struggling here. It's not like I have money growing out my gahaha. I'm struggling. Like I'm working at a piecemeal job right now. I have no fucking security at all. None. I don't have anybody like all of a sudden there's a plumbing issue. Although I've asked him about it, he's never said a fucking word. He moved in 2 weeks early or came in to take care of whatever the other renters, they made a deal with him. Like, I think that they made a deal with, well, I know they did. He told me later, well, I'm sorry. I thought you and Cody talked about that. I'm like, no, nobody fucking asked me. You guys made a fucking decision on your own. You come in, said you're going to help them clean up the place. And now you're telling me that it wasn't clean enough. You moved in 2 weeks early because you told them you were going to fucking take care of this shit and it's not done. And now you're coming to me. Or you've done it. One or the other. Either they fucking did that to the drain. It was full of grease. It's clean. It had to be him. It had to be. It had to be him pouring it down the drain. It's clear. And I'm like, so how am I supposed to take this? You clearly have poured grease down my drain. And then you come to me and tell me there's an issue, but you tell me you're not being angry or aggressive. Okay, I'm puzzled by that. And again, I'll show pictures because I think a lot of times I tend to take things for more than they are. But I took the drain apart. Like I took it apart. I was screaming and yelling. I was pissed. I hope he records because I was just like, you're a fucking piece of shit and I don't fucking want you in my house anymore. None. Because I'm pulling this apart and most of the reason there was an issue with the drain is because there's a couple drawers that go underneath where the plumbing is. We've packed some full of things, and when he closes it, it hits the plumbing, right? Well, I mean, dude, think this is a sink. There's plumbing. You can't cram your fucking life under the sink without it making a problem, right? I mean, most of us are aware of that, I would think, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being dwash. But it's like, I and I'm tired. I'm tired. I've been doing all these things for so long. And I no longer, like, I don't want to feel sorry for myself and I don't want to be sad and I don't Like I don't want to open my eyes every morning wishing that I wasn't, right? And it's like, I mean, it's been going on, well, a long time, a long fucking time. I think there was periods of my life where I was happy to open my eyes, but they're brief and fleeting. And I don't think like I'm the only person that feels that way. I know this, which is what makes it worse, is the fact that we're all just barely fucking functioning anymore, just to feed the 1%. Right? And that's another thing. This dude's like excusing Jeff Bezos. I'm like, do not fucking excuse him to me. Do not fucking well, if we and he makes it more convenient. Really? You really gonna tell me that? Yes, he makes it more convenient because he can live the life and not worry about eating and not worry about the power wheel. Oh, toilet paper. Like how many people, I know that we're not having a toilet paper crisis anymore, but how many of us actually worry about being able to afford toilet paper? I do, you know. I do. It's like it's and frankly, I would rather just at this point, which this is going to sound bad, but I'd rather, and it would be not preferably a cold hose, but I'd rather spray my butt off anymore than to put more money into the corporate fucking bullshit, right? It's like, but then if you buy a bidet, whatever those things are called, where you clean your poop, your butt with this machine, again, it's like even a hose, they charge you for water. Like I remember taking a lot of baths when it didn't cost me a lot of money. Now, if I took that amount of baths, it would cost me like $500 a month, right? And it's like, it's frustrating. I don't know, my dogs, it's raining outside. My dogs want to play. I'm tired. I'm pissed because I had to clean the fucking. I'm so mad. And I don't even, like, this dude and I already had a discussion in the driveway the other day, right? And then he's like, oh, by the way, this is what he says. This is another fucking thing. I'm like, I fucking hate this shit. I don't like people that don't follow through. I don't like people that are like, let me say this, but then, because he says to me, he says, there's an issue with the kitchen sink. Would you like me to fix it? And I said, sure, if you think you can take care of it, go ahead. Well, I'm not a plumber, so maybe you should do it. So you should have said, there is an issue with the kitchen sink I need you to fix. Right? Period. Not, would you like me to fix it? And then I say, well, if you couldn't, then they're like I fucking hate that. It's like, here, let me give you this piece of hope. Let me give you a glimmer of something so that I can fucking squash it for you. And I get that so much with so many people, right? It's like I have I've had very few people that actually have followed through with what they said they were going to do in the end of any given situation, right? I've had so many people, and maybe that's on me. Maybe that's because that's what I'm expecting from them. So maybe that's how it works. Maybe it's all my fault. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But I do know that I'm really tired of people being like, here, come here. We will help you. We will give you. And then you're like, okay, finally, because it's really hard for me to give in to those things. Like I have a hard time being like, okay, I will trust you, and I will believe what you're saying to me. And then as soon as you do that, they like punch you in the fucking face, and it's like, God, really? Okay, here we go again. And it's everything, everything. It's like, I'm so tired. And I know it's not just me. I know that. I know we're all getting punched in the face. I get that. But fuck, I'm tired of it. It's like, and I talked about this the other day. It's like I went on this trip when I was like 11, and it was finally something that was offered to me that wasn't offered to everybody. And I was given this glimmer of light, and I came home and they fucking had taken my dog away. It's just like, from that point forward, it's been like, here, something sparkly so we can stomp on you. And I'm just like, okay, quit stomping. Quit stomping on me. I'm so pissed at this whole fucking. Ugh. The amount of grease that was in that, it just fucking pisses me off. And it was clear because it was all over the sink. And I'm just like, you know, I fucking. And then you come to me like, oh, you made me feel. Fuck you. You fucking did this, and I made you feel. All right. I know I'm being cranky. I need food. I haven't eaten again today yet. I don't know. What? What's happening? Not a thing. Probably not even live. Like I probably thought I was, and I'm not. You watch. That's how it always happens. See, I haven't been live this whole time. Fucking really? Of course not. Oh wait, maybe I am. I am live. Uh oh. Oh, I see. There we go. Okay. Now, now I stop sound. Ooh, speaking of, I see myself smiling. These teeth, I fucking hate. I bought these fake ass teeth. I'm kind of curious how they look. Like they were stupid. It was an accident. The way I. That's a great viewpoint. Come on. There we go. Right. Well, now I'm not talking over myself anymore. I'm tired though. I need food. I wish somebody would make me a meal. Yeah, I know. That's another thing my renter's like, I'll cook for you. No, I don't want that from you. I don't. Something about him just doesn't feel right to me. And it's hard. I mean, maybe it's just me being me. Overly paranoid, I guess. I don't know. I don't think so, though. I think he's vindictive. And I think that if it didn't go his way, that he would have a problem with. Well, it's clear. It's already happened. So, I don't know. What should we eat? What do you think? I know I can't afford to order food, but should I? Yeah. I know I don't feel like cooking. What do you think? What time is it? 3:30? And I'm gonna end up ordering junk. Did you hit your head? You're such a dork. What? How are your ears? Meathy. So his ears were super infected. My Odin weirdo dog here, who was bred in a bad place, but his ears were hurting, so I put Monistat 7 in them. It worked. Yeast infection's a yeast infection, baby. The vet would charge me like $500 just to look at him and, you know, like, oh. Alright, I'm stopping. Whoosh. Whoosh. Yeah, I'm stopping. I'm tired. I don't know what the fuck I think I'm